Right now, right this very day, I am on a water fast. I decided to do this yesterday when I was just in the shower. I'm like, you know what? I've never done a fast of any kind, whether a water fast or a juice fast or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that tomorrow. And so I made the decision and I am sticking with it. I woke up this morning and was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I went to church and everything. And of course the urge is to go get lunch or something like that. I'm like, no. I get home and of course the urge is to start making lunch. And I'm like, nah, not going to do it. And then the interesting thing started to happen where just automatically, just as a matter of habit, just as a matter of how I live my life, I would walk into the kitchen to go get something to eat, not even thinking about it, not even like remembering that I'm fasting, and then like, oh, right, that's why I'm so hungry right now, is because I decided I was going to be so hungry right now. And, you know, just nothing except water and a little bit of salt, because I was talking on the phone to somebody. I was like this for about 10 minutes, and when I was done, I moved away and my bicep was just cramped up like nastiness. That was bad, but it got me thinking about pornography. As everything in my life, it always comes back to pornography. It seems like everything is a lesson about how to quit pornography. I guess it's because I see one of my big missions in life as helping people combat porn addiction. But what I have to do in these situations where I really want to fast, you know, it's kind of like a refresher on this lesson here about self-control, about physical self-control. While I'm on this fast and I'm getting really hungry and I'm wanting to eat and I'm just deciding, no, I'm not going to do it. You know, it's probably cleansing out my body, whatever it does, as well as the spiritual side of things. But I'm not convincing myself that this is better for me. When I decide to reject the inclination to eat food, when I decide to endure my hunger, I don't really go through a process in my mind of reminding myself of all the reasons that I fasted. I'm not reminding myself of, you know, maybe how it might be beneficial to me or something like that. All I'm doing is I'm remembering the decision that I made in my head yesterday. Didn't even write it down or anything. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm remembering that decision I made, and I'm choosing to stick to it by physically rejecting the temptation. And by physically rejecting the temptation, I mean literally, you know, I walk into the kitchen, I'm already on track to get food because I just forgot I was fasting. I'm about to pick up some food, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm not doing this right now. And as much as I want to just go ahead and do it, because at that point I hadn't told anybody or anything. There was not even any accountability there. Nobody was going to check up on me and say, hey, how'd your fast go? Because nobody knew. But just physically turned around and walked away. Even though I still wanted to do that, even though I was still feeling like, you know what? I don't need to do this. I really don't need to do this. I would rather just eat. And there's no reason that I shouldn't. But even so, just stuck to that decision, exercised my discipline, this discipline that we all have to an extent to say just yes or no, and walked away. And, you know, I'm going to get home a little bit later to upload this video, and I'm going to probably have the same thing happen. I'm going to want to eat. I'm going to want to put some food in the oven. I can just eat a meal and not even upload this video and just say, okay, well, I'll fast another day, but, you know, I'm not feeling it today. Hey, it's already been, you know, long enough for me to get a little bit better so that I'll be more prepared when I actually do fast for a day. Because I think the last time I ate was about 8 p.m. yesterday, and past 2 p.m. now, so what is that? That's my math has left me. That's 16 hours, I think. Is that right? Let me double check myself here before I embarrass myself. Yeah, I can't do math and drive and record a video all at the same time. But anyway, 18 hours. That's right. I was about to embarrass myself there, but 18 hours without food, that's a good way to work your way up, isn't it? That's longer than I've gone before. So, isn't that enough? Nah, man, I decided I was going to do the day, so I'm going to do the day. I said a day, I'm doing a day. I didn't even say a day, I just thought a day. And I decided I'm doing the day. I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep going through with this. And it really is a lesson about quitting pornography, because at this point, I will say I've kind of gotten into the habit of resisting temptation. It's still difficult at times, and old habits do try to creep up. But there is something to be said for having quit porn for a very, very long time. You do build the habit of resistance, and it becomes the norm for you. Maybe not easy, but it does become the norm, and you become used to resisting temptation. You become used to that feeling of denied gratification. This is different for me. For as long as I know, if I'm hungry and if there's food available, I eat. That's how I do. And lately, I've been eating a lot because I'm trying to gain weight. But in this case, it is difficult. And I don't have that habit of resisting this kind of, I don't even want to call it temptation, because it's not like it's a bad thing, but I'll say it anyway. I'm not in the habit of resisting this temptation. I'm not in the habit of ignoring my hunger like that. And so it's difficult all over again. And this is, maybe that brings me a little bit better in touch so that I can talk about quitting porn. Maybe that's the purpose of this, but you always have the ability, even if the reasons in your head aren't there. Here's the key point of the video. I'll go ahead and get down to the point here. I've been spending a lot of time. But no matter what reasons you have in your head, if you have any reasons at all, no matter how you feel, no matter how strong the urges are, no matter how much it feels like a bodily necessity in order to reject this temptation, no matter how much it feels like a bodily necessity to watch porn or give into whatever temptation it is, no matter whether you even want to do the right thing anymore and abstain, you still, despite all that, you still have the choice, the ability to physically move away from that temptation, to physically reject that temptation, to move your arms, move your legs, move your body, and make yourself not do the thing that you decided not to do. That is 100% the truth. That is always applicable. You don't have some kind of pornographic Parkinson's that makes your, I'm sorry, is that insensitive or something? I don't know, but it doesn't make you, reach out and move the mouse or touch the screen on your phone to go to a porn site and just sit there and watch it. None of that is the case. Like I said, probably lots of videos, but I've been talking about it recently. You always have a choice. It is always a choice. Whenever you relapse, it's not because you didn't fight hard enough. It's because you started fighting for the wrong side. It's because you moved your body and advanced in the wrong direction. Okay? The tiniest amount of resistance is enough to beat this thing if it's genuine resistance, if it's just a refusal to move, not even an attack against the enemy, not even advancing against something, but just a refusal to be moved. a refusal to go along with what you're being tempted to do, that is enough to win this thing. And a lot of times that's what it is for me, even with pornography. There are times when I feel like it's not worth it, or I feel like, just this one time will be fine, or I feel like a lot of things. I feel like, maybe the reasons aren't all there, or any of that. But I made a decision. God's pretty clear about what He wants. And it's enough to just say no. You don't lose when you didn't say no hard enough. You lose when you say yes. That's the only way you lose, is when you say yes to the temptation. Okay? That's it for now. That is the gist of this video. I can't really add anything to that. I think that's as clear as can be. So, y'all have a lovely day. Hop in the accountability group. There's an accountability group in the description. So, if you don't have accountability anywhere else, get on board with this thing. Let's do it. And check out some of my other videos. I've been talking, I think, and maybe some other people agree. Actually, some other people do agree because I've said so. Haha, I know that. But I've been hitting on some good points lately. I'm going to link to a few of those videos in the description, so watch those when you get some time. Subscribe to this here channel. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter is lots of fun, unless, I don't know, some of you might disagree with me on Twitter. I'm a little less filtered on Twitter. I have lots of fun on there. But anyway, whatever. Do what you want. A pirate is free. Y'all have a good day. God bless you guys. Take it easy, but not too easy. I'll talk to you later.